So you want to get into testing your React component, right? So here we have a simple React component having nothing in it, right? So you want to actually test this component. And so probably you have some text that you want to test, right? So let's say you create hello world. And so you have a hello world text inside the app component, right? And you want to test this particular component. So you want to get started. Testing your React component, right? So after creating your component in one file, you can then go ahead and then create a new file. By convention, you use the file name as well. So the same app and with a test.tsx, or you can use spec. Spec.tsx, you can use any of these two. So in this case, I'm going to use spec. So once we have this, so this is a test file, right, in which you're going Jest is going to use in order to test your React component, right? So first, we're going to import the app component from app, right? And we're going to import some few functions from React testing library. So we're going to use React testing library in order to test our component. So we are going to import render and screen. So render is kind of like going to create a kind of a browser-like environment for to render out the component inside it in memory. You can pick up it in that sense. And then screen is going to allow you to perform certain actions that you usually do when you are, playing around with the actual website in the actual browser. Right? So once we have these two functions imported from React testing library, you can then go ahead and create a test function, right? So there's a test function, and let's say we're going to show hello world. So we want to see hello world in the document, right? And then go ahead and then add the second function. So this is where the actual implementation of this test is going to be written, and then Jest is going to run this, right? So first and foremost, you want to render out the component, right? So you call the render function, and you bring your app component, right? So that's all you need to do at this point. So this will render out the React component, calling all the props, all the internal modules and stuff like that inside render function, giving you the ability to now test the actual component. So you want to actually see the hello world, and you're going to use the screen. So you actually want to see hello world inside the screen. So you can use the screen as like a user itself, right? You can use screen as the user itself. So we want to see, so using the screen, so use the get by text. So get by text, right? So I want to see a text in the document, and I want to see hello world inside the the view, right? I want to see hello world inside the view. So once you have this, you can actually now do the assertion, right? So just clear that out. So you bring the assertion, right? So expect get by hello screen. So you expect the get by text, or expect the hello world to exist inside the document, right? So you can use to be in the document. So what we are doing here is we are performing the assertion that hello world does exist inside the document, in the sense that the hello world will actually show up in the browser itself. So that's all we need to do. Now we need to run this test. So we go to the browser. So test. And then we run our test, and you see that it passes, right? So this is the basic way that you can get started, or this is the whole concept of getting started with testing your React application. So you write your component, import some functions from the React testing library, and then you go ahead and write the actual test as you would for any normal test that you'll be writing inside JavaScript. So that's all, by the way. Thanks.